As a tall woman, I get this, okay? Give me this. There's nothing else that's good about it, trust me. Okay, I was told this one isn't necessarily scary, but it's super gross. And to be honest, I don't find that particularly comforting.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-811.
Dude, I don't like the look of this already, man. Like, this thing is looking so creepy. Ew. I hate it when stuff is like lurking or stalking or like creeping in the distance. Stuff like that, I just hate it.
Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-811 should be kept in a climate-controlled cylindrical glass enclosure between 10 and 20 meters in diameter, filled to a depth of no less than 2.5 meters on average with wetland soil and stagnant fresh water. It is to be furnished with a variety of aquatic plants from its native swamp, as the remaining vegetation there has exhibited the adaptation to regrow quickly from injuries during contact with SCP-811 as long as the roots are undamaged.
Interesting. So this SCP either is just like thrashing around a lot, I guess, and like damaging stuff, or it actively damages the environment around it. Huh. That's very curious.
Logs of manageable size and additional humus-rich soil may be provided for good behavior. Water depth is not to exceed 0.5 meter at its lowest point. Height of the enclosure must be no less than 5 meters above the highest soil point.
Okay.
Temperature is to be kept at 25 degrees Celsius, and humidity should be kept above 70%.
So they're like fully trying to recreate like a swamp here, dude. I would not survive in these temperatures, and that sounds crazy, but like I struggle over 20 degrees C, so like, damn. Also, this must have been written by someone in Europe, right? If we're using degrees C. Interesting little tidbit there.
There is to be a decontamination airlock chamber between the door into the enclosure and the door to the rest of the facility. Air that is ventilated into the enclosure should not be recirculated back into the rest of the facility under any circumstances.
It really is starting to give me the vibe that it's like impacting the environment around it if we're having to like decontaminate and we don't want the air going everywhere, right? I'm curious to see what its actual like effects are now.
The methane resulting from SCP-811's normal interaction with its environment is not anomalous and may be bottled for use as fuel. No heated elements or open flames are permitted inside the enclosure.
Makes sense.
The enclosure must be tested daily for pH and microbe levels in both the soil and water, as well as for changes in chemical composition.
You know what I find really interesting about the SCP Foundation, right? Like when we like hear about the staff of the SCP Foundation, they usually only talk about like researchers in terms of like sciencey people, right? But what I find wild is like people must have so many different disciplines here. Like this is someone that's got to test soil, and then you're going to have people who have understandings of like space and time and things like that as well. It's just interesting how like wide of a variety of like scientists they've got in there, right?
Enclosure should be cleaned bi-weekly, preferably by D-class personnel. All discarded waste should be put in quarantine for analysis before disposal by standard biohazard protocol. The subject is to be given at least 5 kilograms of live food 24 hours after its completion of its previous meal. The subject is not averse to preying on humans, and it is recommended that personnel not enter the enclosure if SCP-811 has not fed in over 16 hours.
But that is really creepy though. Like you can go in there with it and it might not kill you. So it's just in there just like lurking. Ugh, I hate that. They must be cleaning it with it just like chilling in there then. Ugh, that's creepy.
No invasive medical procedure may be performed on SCP-811 outside of emergency situations in which such a procedure is required to save a subject's life. Minimally invasive procedures require review and unanimous approval by SCP-811's assigned medical team and the current project head.
This is what I was saying, though, about like the different people, right? Now we've got like a medical team in here and we've got people that know soil. We know there's people that know science, right? It's just such a broad variety of people.
Approval by SCP-811's assigned medical team and the current project head. See Document 811B for a list of substances that may be administered as medication to SCP-811. All requests by the subject are to be reviewed by both an overseeing animal enrichment specialist and at least one level 3 personnel before approval.
Look, we even getting more people. Now we've got an animal enrichment specialist. Dude, this is wild. Also interesting that they're like treating it more like an animal. Huh.
All personnel entering the enclosure must wear full-body, non-organic biohazard suits and breath masks, and must be in groups of at least 2. No personnel are to enter the enclosure if they have open wounds or sores anywhere on their body.
Damn.
Those suffering from asthma or other respiratory affecting conditions are prohibited from entering the enclosure without a signed note from a physician with level 4 security clearance.
Dude, the contamination effect of this is super serious. Like, what is it contaminating them with though? Like, what's the infection doing?
As far as research indicates, SCP-811 cannot cause serious injury to anyone properly wearing their biohazard suit. Anyone who removes any part of their biohazard suit while still in the enclosure, for any reason at all, will still be subject to disciplinary action, up to and including reassignment to a project that would not be adversely affected by their status as an amputee.
Whoa. Okay. So whatever's exposed is getting cut. That is intense. Damn. Damn, dude. The way they delivered that was just like top tier. I don't even know. Like, I just was not expecting that. Damn.
Description: SCP-811 is shaped similarly to a human female, with disproportionately long and thin limbs and a slightly bloated abdominal region. It is 171 centimeters tall and weighs just under 47 kilograms due to its strange physiology.
Dude, 171 centimeters? That's short, bro. I'm taller than that. I'm taller than that. As a tall woman, I get this, okay? Give me this. There's nothing else that's good about it. Trust me.
Its skin has slight abrasive properties and is a mottled green color that serves to camouflage it among the reeds in its natural habitat.
Ugh, so creepy.
Its sweat has been observed to act as a mild skin irritant. It has extremely oily black hair that has proven to be resistant to cleaning with conventional shampoos. See Addendum 811-1.
Who's trying to wash his hair, bro? I guess they're trying to stop, like, whatever the contaminant is that it has on it getting on other stuff. But, like, that's never going to stop. Like, your hair keeps growing out. The contaminant's always going to be there. Imagine the person having to test this. Like, get this thing to sit down and, like, wash its hair, bro. Oh my god, it's so bizarre.
It shows partial comprehension of human language, consistent with case studies of feral children that had been abandoned at a few years old, instead of as infants.
Right.
The palmoplantar surfaces of SCP-811's skin constantly secrete a clear, green-tinted mucus with minor adhesive properties. This mucus does not appear to have any effect on SCP-811's own tissue, but any other organic matter that it comes into contact with begins to rapidly decompose through processes not fully understood, reducing the matter into a slightly viscous black liquid. SCP-811 can then absorb said liquid through its skin and directly into its circulatory system. Tests have shown that SCP-811's entire circulatory system is filled with liquefied decaying matter. Biopsies taken from SCP-811 have shown the presence of anaerobic bacteria in all examined cells, which, due to the apparent lack of anything resembling functional red blood cells in the subject, are currently presumed to be what SCP-811 uses to metabolize the chemicals in its circulatory system. SCP-811 does not defecate or otherwise produce feces in the traditional sense, and entirely lacks a small or large intestine. Instead, cellular waste and substances SCP-811 is unable to metabolize collect in what is, anatomically speaking, its stomach. Within the stomach, enzymes and bacterial flora cause it to congeal into a grainy, tar-like substance that SCP-811 periodically voids by voluntary projectile regurgitation.
Oh, that's nasty, dude. Projectile regurgitation? Ugh. I already want this file sealed in bleach, and we still have the request log to get through. Stick with me, it does not get any cleaner. I can promise you that.
A mechanism which it uses to hunt. It preferentially aims at the face or at any perceived open wounds on its target.
Wait, it doubles down as a hunting mechanism? Oh my gosh, that is horrendous. I hate it. That's nasty. So it's a spewer. It's like a spitter from Left 4 Dead. Oh my gosh, bro.
Then waits for the target to die of either immediate asphyxiation by blockage of the mouth and nose, or in a few days, of multi-systematic failure resulting from aggressive bacterial infection.
Damn.
SCP-811's teeth did not seem to have any abnormal resistance to decay resulting from chronic exposure to the compounds and microflora in its waste. Addendum 811-1. To date, SCP-811 has requested regular delivery of bovine prey. Denied.
Wait, why is that denied? Would that not make sense? Oh no, because I guess maybe there's not bovines in the swamp.
That crocodilians be removed from its prey animal rotation. Approved.
Okay.
The water be stocked with a variety of fish species from its native. Denied.
What? Dude, the approvals and like denials on this, like I really hope they go into more detail on why, because this is very odd.
One hairbrush made from 100% synthetic materials. Approved.
Okay.
For one D-class personnel to every other day come in with a basin and shower head to wash and condition its hair. Approved. It has been noted that standard strength hair shampoos do not adequately clean away the excessive oil in SCP-811's hair, and the use of a formula with a higher proportion of stronger surfactants has been authorized.
Damn.
To be addressed by a two-syllable name that has been translated as AE. To SCP-811's difficulty with language, it has been deemed acceptable to use its chosen name when directly speaking to it for the purpose of streamlining meaningful conversation. Relief from its chronic tooth pain. Approved. Request was initially denied until a safe and effective method of administering general anesthesia to SCP-811 was discovered and a dental surgery plan devised. Tooth number 47, FTI, 2-digit rotation, removed to test method and adjust for unpredicted special aftercare requirements. Remainder of SCP-811's teeth removed and overdenture implants installed in a second operation. SCP-811 supplied with complete dentures to be repaired as needed. One turtle in a hazmat suit for non-dietary purposes. Denied. Turtles accordingly removed from prey animal rotation. Possibility of placing a small turtle habitat in the observation area outside SCP-811's enclosure for enrichment under consideration.
Okay, real fast, YouTube is actively hiding me from you. I am not even joking. The bell is the only thing that beats it. So tap it. All right, where were we? It's so weird because it's so like human-like in some ways, right? Like it's looking for like a pet. It's like trying to get its hair washed. Like I can't tell if that makes it less scary or more scary. Like it's very odd, right?
Addendum 811-2. Due to the fact that SCP-811 has lungs and teeth, despite having no apparent use for either, it was brought to Bioresearch Area 12's radiology lab for X-rays to examine its internal structure. Results were inconclusive. Subsequent MRI testing has revealed that SCP-811 has a number of unusual glands and organs attached to its lymphatic system, which may assist in regulation of the viscosity and microbial flora of the material in its circulatory system. One such organ in the abdominal region appears to contain lighter-than-air gas. The possibility that SCP-811 was one is being explored. Due to the impossibility of maintaining a sterile operating environment, limited understanding of SCP-811's biology, and difficulty in calculating the subject's mass, the risk of major complications or subject death has been deemed too high to authorize exploratory surgery.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And this is interview log 811-16.
Oh, we're talking to it.
Dr. Trebuchet and Junior Lab Assistant Wachtell.
Dr. Trebuchet and Junior Lab Assistant Wachtell enter SCP-811's containment unit. Dr. Trebuchet is carrying a clipboard with a document on it and the shoebox. A.
Doctor, what want?
Questions. Points to shoebox.
Food.
Dr. Trebuchet nods and opens the shoebox. A frog jumps out. SCP-811 brings her foot down on the frog as it lands and begins to digest it.
Doctor wants questions?
Yes. Hands the clipboard to Wachtell. Points to something on it. Reading from the clipboard. What's the earliest thing you can remember?
Are we eating? before box.
Before the box.
Most before.
Yes. With sweeping, demonstrative arm and hand movements.
Big man. Tall. Eye small. Very smaller than man.
Uses hand to indicate a height of approximately 1 meter off the ground. Points to her own arm.
Was like man.
Like
was
man.
him? Pinches some of her skin between 2 fingers.
Face. Not like eye. Like man. Like people.
I don't like that it's not saying man or people and it keeps saying like. That's really creeping me out.
Your skin.
Skin.
Prods her arm thoughtfully, then smiles.
Skin.
Wait, you mean you had skin like ours? It appears so. AE. What after?
What?
To the inside of one elbow.
Pain. Stick here. Cold.
Needle. AE. Gather. They're called needles.
Wait, what? So are we thinking that like someone did this is like a created SCP then? Like someone has made this? Oh, that's so weird. I wonder who.
Needle. Here. Cold.
And then,
Pain.
pantomiming something coming out of her mouth.
Red. Was very hungry. Scared. 8 man. Skin. Like this.
What?
At this point, Walter begins to vomit in his hazmat suit. SCP-811, misinterpreting this as a sign of hostility, retreats into one of the pools of water in its enclosure and does not resurface until both Wachtel and Dr. Trebuchet have left.
Damn.
Notes. While I understand the appeal of training the new blood on something relatively harmless and as green as they are, could you please throw them at some other humanoid for a while? I'm trying to actually get things done here.
Damn.
Signing out.
Dude's stuck with the newbies. He's stuck with the interns.
Okay. I think that about does it for today. Thank you all for listening, if indeed you still are. And you are all dismissed.
Dude, this I don't like that they're implying that this one was like created by somebody. I don't like that. The fact that like someone's got like this kind of like formula, right, to do this for people, that's actually, that is scary. I think that's quite horrific. This is super gross though. This is a mega gross SCP. Ooh. If you sat through that whole swamp nightmare with me, hit like so YouTube knows you enjoyed this video, subscribe and tap that bell because YouTube will not tell you when I'm live unless you do. I'll catch you in the next one, everybody. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.